Hey friends, Barkey Dog back with another movie review. This time we're once again visiting the magical, mystical world of the 1980s, specifically 1984, and the movie is Ghost Warrior, also known as Sword Kill. This movie is kind of like Encino Man, or The Thing, or any one of a number of sci-fi movies where a person or creature is frozen and revived hundreds of years later to face the strangeness of the modern world. In this case, our human popsicle is a samurai from the 16th century. He's up in the mountains trying to escape with his chick from some bad guys, but they capture his girl. So he has to fight it out with the clan leader to win their freedom. He defeats the bad guy, but makes a point of not killing him, which means the bad guy has lost all honor. He's not going to take that lying down, so in revenge, he throws a knife and kills the samurai's chick. Before the samurai can do anything about it, he gets shot with an arrow and tumbles off a cliff into the water below. Being wintertime, he has to crash through the ice first. Then he gets frozen. Flash forward to the then modern day of 1984, and some spelunkers are poking around in an ice cave when they find the samurai frozen in a block of ice. The Japanese authorities send his icy ass to America for some reason, to do an autopsy, though why they did that is never explained, since the Japanese are more than capable of doing the job. Here is where we meet our other protagonist, a cute chick who is an expert in Japanese history and stuff. She's brought into the Institute working on the Snowy Samurai. Turns out the scientist running the place is a bad guy. Surprise, surprise. He wants to bring the samurai back to life, which he does, hoping the samurai will recover, which he does. Though what the bad guy gets from this is never explained either. The cute historian chick tries to win over the samurai's confidence, which she does. But an intern decides to steal the samurai's swords, which he doesn't. The swords are very rare and worth a lot of money, but the samurai kills the intern in self-defense, and then leaves the Institute and stoically wanders around town, a fish out of water. He comes across an old man getting harassed by some biker dudes, and the samurai takes out the trash. The old man befriends our hero, but the gang comes back and the samurai has to slice and dice the biker brutes. He meets up with the cute chick again, and she tries to hide him, but the scientist creep finds out where they are. He decides keeping the samurai alive is too much trouble and wants to kill him. Again, his motivations are all over the place here. Our hero and the cute historian chick have to go on the run from the scientist and the coppers. Will they make it? Well, I'm not going to tell you. You'll have to watch the movie. Well, this picture is one I'd never heard of and decided to take a chance on it, and I kind of liked it. It could have been better, though. One problem here is that the movie has a cast of nobodies. If it had a big star, or at least a recognizable name-brand actor, it might have stood out more. Probably the only familiar face will be the old man, played by Charles Lampkin, a character actor who had been around a long time. The cute historian is played by Janet Julian. She was a regular on BJ and the Bear and Falcon Crest. She eventually gave up acting in the mid-90s and went into teaching. The samurai is played by Hiroshi Fujioka. He started in movies way back in the 60s, and he's voiced a lot of anime in his career. He's quite good here, very stoic and very samurai-y. You really buy him in the role of the warrior lost in time. The resuscitation sequence is one in which you'd expect to see a lot of exciting stuff, maybe some special effects or cool control panels or whatnot, but sadly, that's not the case. They do toss in some laser beams though, which looks pretty cool, but that's about it. The overall sequence is actually pretty dull and looks like a standard surgical operation for the most part. I have no doubt that was the budget talking. They do make the most of the street locations in LA, and you even get to see the dilapidated deco building known as the Pan Pacific Auditorium, which mysteriously burned down just a few years after this picture was made. In its heyday, it was a beautiful structure, and its loss is a real crime. One cool thing they did was to have the samurai only speak in Japanese. In fact, all of the Japanese characters, when they interact, their dialogue is in Japanese with no subtitles, which was really clever. This helps convey the lack of understanding on the part of the samurai, as well as the English-speaking characters trying to communicate with him. It heightens the sense of him being an alien in the modern world. I also liked how the ending has a nice symmetry with the opening sequences. So, the movie's a little lightweight, but it's not really bad. There's a lot of interesting things going on, and if you thought out a samurai, this is probably how things would go down. I liked the movie, as I say. I enjoyed it. It had a consistent tone and moves along at a nice pace. I'm giving this one 2 paws. Another little hidden workaday gem from the Dayglow era. You can find Ghost Warrior on VHS, DVD, Blu-ray, and digitally from Amazon.com. Well, that's all I have for you this time. I'll be back soon with another video. In the meantime, you take care of yourselves, okay? And I'll see you in the next one.